The pain points for me started with the starting lineup. Indiana's starting lineup was Caitlin Clark, Sophie, Kelsey Mitchell, Mahisha Allen, Monique Billings, and I just don't like the combo. I know this is preseason and you're trying to figure it out, but there's no way, even from day one, that I think that Mahisha Allen should be a starter. Truthfully, I don't know what the Fever can do with Mahisha Allen. You got a young core, invest in your future. Start Timpson. Michaela Timpson would have been a better option. You look at the true point guard factor in your lineup. You don't have a point guard in your lineup. You have volume shooters. The offense needs 2 or 3 passes before Caitlin Clark gets a touch. I don't think she's the first option. They're going to have to find a way to balance the scoring. And I think looking to Caitlin after 2 or 3 passes will really change the offense. To keep it real, the Indiana Fever have to decenter Caitlin Clark. Before y'all jump me, hear me out. An offense where Caitlin Clark is initiating it is too predictable with Caitlin Clark's current level of skill. It's going to get you some points, but it's not going to win you a championship. And the Indiana Fever want to win a championship. She's going to have to actually embody this Steph Curry comparison. She's nothing like Steph, but in order for her to be consistent, I think she has to add better off-ball play to her bag. When I say decentering Caitlin Clark, I mean help Clark to understand she doesn't need the ball at all times for things to work. Trust your team. Trust your offense. Trust that when you make a pass, it's coming back to you because you're working to get open. When New York went on a run, Clark and Mitchell both played with urgency and took quick shots instead of working their offense. I think that's where those two players are similar. And when you have that type of dynamic with two players, it can create droughts in your offense. They need a player who's going to settle them in, and that's where I think Raven Johnson can shine. When I say Clark isn't the first option, I mean when you need a bucket and Aaliyah Boston is in the game, that's where you should look first. If that's not happening, then somebody is making a decision on if they're kicking it to Kelsey or Caitlin. Kelsey and Caitlin are 2A and 2B. Adding Johnson to the lineup would bring Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull off of the bench, and that would add depth. But I know this is just preseason basketball. I'm going to continue to let Indiana cook and watch the progression. But what are your thoughts, Hoops Tribe? How do you feel about Indiana's offense? Let's talk hoops.